And we are live. What's up, everybody? Let's get it going. It is Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. The end of July approaches. So we got August coming up. Thank you, everybody watching now on the repeat, y'all. I really appreciate it. We're going to do this little live stream right here on all plats. We're live streaming on Kick, Facebook, YouTube, and one more, but I forgot. Anyways, let's continue. So, we're live here, y'all. Today's Wednesday. It's been a great week. I hope you've had a good week yourself. And, great things are happening in this country. Let's be honest. I get on TikTok. I'll probably get on TikTok here in a minute, just kind of, clown around, but they get real upset, y'all, about the illegal alien situation. And to be honest, like I'm already like past that stuff. Like I don't even think about it too much, but man, they're all on it. And a lot of pages, even on IG, that's all they talk about is this stuff because it gets a lot of views and clicks. But we can't neglect the fact that there's other things happening. There's, Trump's doing great things, and we'll touch on a lot of that stuff here momentarily, and we'll go from there. So, welcome to the show, y'all. Let's go. It's Nino Radio. Okay, so first thing I want to start off with is something that happened here in my city, and we'll jump all over this because I am the guy. Sometimes I get so much info, y'all. It's pretty crazy. I was sent this. Midland, Texas, y'all. I told people we have problems here, and people want to get mad about it when I speak about this stuff, but we have been flooded in this city with illegals. Right here, this happened on Loop 250, north of town, I believe, if I could pull up the actual reporting on here. Great page. Shout out CBS 7. They have some pretty good reporting. Some of their actual reporters have covered some of the stories that we've asked them to cover, from Vander Ranch to, other situations in the area. First Alert, they got a pretty good page on Facebook. So what I want to talk about here is this actual situation that happened on Loop 250 on the north end. This is a nice side of town, y'all. This is where all the big wig, my son has a house on the north side of town. They got new developments, new houses, new homes, and this is unacceptable. This driver right here, it says North Loop 250, so I believe it is. If I'm looking at the picture right now, I'm sorry I don't have it on the screen. It's right there where you can kind of see. But North Loop 250, this looks kind of around Fairgrounds. Issue here is he drops two totes. Okay, so I'm going to read the report here from the awesome reporting from CBS 7. First Alert. Go ahead and mute that real quick. So this is 1150 North County Road. It reopened after a hazardous chemical spill cleanup, happened. They sent the hazmat crew out there. This guy from somebody that sent me this message on TikTok, of all places, was a Cuban, did not speak no English, and took off without strapping down this cargo. You really can't tell from the picture, but you catch my drift. It's just basically a tank that has liquid in it, and they put them on these flatbed trailers, and people can haul them and whatnot, right? And it's a hazardous liquid. And I've seen people in the comments, it's just a tote, not a big deal. When you say stuff like that, I wonder if or what I told this one person, I said, you say it's not a big deal, but imagine this guy going down the highway. It's 60 on the loop. People go 65, 70. But imagine this guy going down I-20, or even worse, down a residential area, because this right here does kind of go around a lot of houses. But imagine this guy going 60, 70 miles an hour, and this thing just falls off. It's a big old tote, y'all. This thing is probably, I'll say, from my recollection, anywhere from, 5 to 7 foot wide. Probably weighing a couple hundred pounds with liquid in it. That thing drop in front of your car at 70 miles an hour, it ain't going to be pretty. So I saw somebody, I called him out on my personal page for, laughing about it, saying it's just a tote. And that's another thing that my wife said, well, what was in it? I said, I don't know. It don't matter. If it's a classified hazardous material or liquid, it could be acid. I bought a big old jug of acid. That stuff right there will eat away. It cleans up aluminum very well, right? It don't matter. Whatever it is, if it's hazardous, I honestly don't want to know, right? I don't want to haul it. I already hauled hazardous liquid myself all day. And you do not want to get that on the ground or on your body or on your skin. Thing is, this guy drops 2 totes. Somebody sends me this message on TikTok and tells me that they are, I blocked out, the info on him because I didn't want to get him in trouble. I believe him. I don't want to say what he had to do with this, but he told me the guy's a Cuban, don't know no English, dropped 2 totes, hazardous material on Luke 250. It's a messed up deal, y'all. This is what we're dealing with. According to officials, at around 1 p.m., when totes carrying organic peroxide fell from the back of a truck and began leaking onto the road, according to the Midland Fire Department. Ricardo Lujan. Hey, shout out the homeboy, Ricardo. I don't want to give up too much info. If you want to, bro, you can go ahead and say what you want to say, and I'll read your comment here. But he says right here, it was a corrosive ammonia. Not good. Anyways, crews from the fire department and the Midland County Emergency Management responded to the scene and contained the spill using sand ash. No fires or injuries were reported, thank God. Officials say the driver of the truck was cited. Traffic was rerouted to Todd Road, and crews worked to clean up the site. Westbound lanes reopened around 4 p.m. Someone said driver must be from Houston, possibly. He's probably from West Texas. This is what we got. I'm telling you, people get mad at me. They give me threats of violence, insults, all kinds of stuff because I want illegal aliens deported. And they automatically think I'm talking about Mexico or Mexicans. I'm not. Midland, Texas has been flooded with people from God knows where, and this is the kind of stuff they do in my city. It's freaking sad. It's dangerous. And then he don't even speak a lick of English. Nah, I ain't going to shut up. So this happened in Midland, y'all. Big old deal. And, of course, you got a lot of naysayers, people just making jokes in the comments. Of course, it's not their family getting hurt by this guy yet. Straight up. He's out of here. Yeah. Kendrick says, deport him now. He's a danger to society. Amen. Deport these people. I'm going to jump on TikTok. It gives me a lot of content. If you follow me on TikTok, check me out, man. I do these little videos, get 100, 200 on the live watching me. And I let people come up there. And you've seen the videos I dropped on my YouTube, even on my Facebook. And I'm speaking to these people that are like brainwashed. I have conversations with them. It gets pretty lively, to be honest. But I'm going to go to TikTok here in a minute after I end this live. And like I said, on TikTok, look at the videos. Threats. I get messages, threats. I share them on my Facebook page, my personal page. I don't try to put them too much on my big page because it's probably get me in trouble, but I put it on my personal page, and you can see what they tell me. They call me all these names. It's like 500 comments every day on my videos on my TikTok, y'all. TikTok's a whole nother animal. But anyways, let me just continue with the story here. This happened. Naysayers, blase, saying not a big deal. Only 2 totes. My rear end. This is dangerous. Shout out Carlos from Texas right there. Ice baby in the chat. That's what we do over there on TikTok, y'all. So anyways, thank you, Ricardo Lujan, for what you did today. I'll just leave it at that. But of course, I got the message here. And the guys from Cuba, didn't really surprise me. Every time I see something like this happen, first thing I think, illegal. Cuba, Venezuela, Guatemala, I don't know. Mexico, who knows at this point. But that's what happened today. Yep. This guy's Cuban as well. Lee Richard, no English, no CDLs, period. Actually, that is the federal law. People got mad at Trump about it, that he enforced it. It's been on the books for a very long time. You have to have a CDL, you that speak English to obtain and possess a CDL. If this guy right here didn't speak no English, did he even know he was hauling a hazardous cargo? And from what I heard, this company was forced to abandon the load. They did not give this company no more work due to what this guy did. And I say thank you to this company. Well, I guess I say thank you to the shippers, should I say, the people that wanted it hauled off. This truck more than likely is probably just someone that's just picked up the load. But I heard that this company right here, trucking company, whoever's hauling, I heard that they're not allowed to haul for this company that wanted that load shipped out, and I applaud them. If you hire somebody that doesn't speak English and drops hazardous liquid, I don't care what kind. I don't even care if it's Not even that dangerous. I don't care. Whatever it is, if it's hazardous, I have a hazmat. It's a no-go on the ground. You know, we see a little drop of oil on the ground. We haul oil, boy, it's a no-go. You get in a lot of trouble. Some companies in West Texas, depending how strict they are hauling oil, they will fire you for a spill that big on the ground. I don't even want to say no big names, but you have any kind of spill, it's a no-go. So this happened in Midland, y'all. They opened it back up, but I haven't seen nobody report on the names. I said it a long time ago that on the news, when someone does a heinous crime or, you know, is in the news and they have more than one last name, usually they're an illegal. I'm waiting for his information to be released. Maybe I can get it. But I was already told that he's a Cuban that don't speak no English. Is he an illegal? I don't know. Probably. So that happened in Midland, y'all. We'll continue with the show here. Thank everybody watching now on the repeat. Let's continue. Who else is in here? Let's get a comment here. People that are against him now would they like if their kids were, that's correct. That's what I always do for the victim, right? Hold on, y'all. I gotta fix something real quick, y'all. Bear with me. I'll be right back in like 5 seconds. Hold on, y'all. And I'm back. I have a little I'm back at it, y'all. I'm doing my lives kind of late tonight, y'all, but that's what happens. We're picking up this week. We're picking up at work. I had to move this little audio, this wall I have over here. Anyways, so let's continue. So back to TikTok. I want to say this real quick before I move on. On TikTok, I'll go live there, and man, I kid you not, probably 500 comments, if not more, a day on all my videos, dissing me, insulting me, threatening me, all day on TikTok. I don't know what it is about TikTok. The younger crowd, I don't know. Brainwashed, I don't know. All day, every day on TikTok. I ain't tripping though, because that just helps my algorithm. Let them talk. Let them threaten me. Whatever, right? It's probably better that I expose them and put them on the platform in case something does happen. I don't know. But TikTok is a whole nother beast in itself. But anyways, that's what I say on TikTok. I talk about immigration, which I don't even like talking about this stuff. It's not a humanitarian issue. Every president deports illegals. Not a big deal. But on TikTok, they're just brainwashed with, protests and, whatever. It's like I said, it's not a humanitarian issue. Every president deports illegals. It's not a big deal. Pretty simple, right? Let's move on to the things that Trump's doing, the awesome things he's doing, and we will continue. I want to touch on real quick in a minute before we get to it. Something I will touch on is there's talks of a $600 tariff rebate. Would you take the check? Let me know. I might make a poll on the YouTube here. Would you take a $600 rebate check for the tariffs? I heard the numbers are in like 160 billion. He done made us or saved us. Yeah, it's crazy. They said that tariffs wouldn't work. They worked. It's kind of crazy whenever you let someone like Trump run the country and what happens. We actually get a surplus of money. Now, a lot of people are saying they want the money to go to the national debt, but I ain't gonna lie. The way I see it, the government probably owes us more or owes me more, the taxpaying citizen, and I really don't trust them, so I'd rather get the money up front, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. If I knew for sure it's going to the national debt, pay it off. I'm against debt, but I don't trust these people. So let's continue. I'll get to that in a minute, y'all. I want to go to my next post here. This guy, we'll just do a quick scroll on the Facebook. Y'all check me out on Facebook, on all plats, y'all. I'm updating these daily. I got some of the best content in West Texas, y'all. I appreciate everybody that follows me and supported me along the way. It's been a hell of a ride. So this guy right here, the DOJ drops a case against the LA activist that was given face shields at the anti-ICE raids, y'all. What the hell? I didn't like this. I saw this. I posted it. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I didn't like it. But there it is, y'all. He ain't gonna get charged. Dude was giving face shields to the protesters, and the DOJ's not pressing charges on him. That's hogwash. There it is, though. I know the other guy that got caught with the brick that was throwing bricks at the police, at the federales. They got him, though. Hopefully he gets charged to the fullest extent of the law. I even posted some other people on here that are idiots. Someone tried to stop the ICE from going into, I think, a medical facility. I forgot, but they arrested her, and she's looking at 8 years. Posted that on my Facebook as well with this scumbag here. I guess he's going to get a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? I guess they can get away with it. Horrendous, but that's the world we live in. Let's continue on the scroll with Nino, y'all. Right here, this is pretty interesting, y'all. Trump actually reposted this, and I posted it again. Trump exposes the No Kings protest. Remember when they had all the idiots doing the protest here, and it says, "No Kings, how long has their reign in government been?" Chuck Grassley, 50 plus years. Joe Biden, 48 years. Chuck Schumer, 44 years. Mitch McConnell, I called him out, 40 years. Nancy Pelosi, 38 years. Bernie Sanders, 34 years, riding around in a Lambo. Trump, 4 years and 5 months. But Donald Trump is a king. Think about that. Pretty good post right there, y'all. And he's spitting facts. They want to get mad about Trump saying he's a king, but these are the people that are really in power. And then somebody even said, I want to know their stock portfolio, right? Nancy Pelosi's always making money on the stock market. What investments do they have? How much money how rich have they gotten, in these 30, 40, 50 years serving as government officials, right? It's crazy. But that's how it is. Let me make sure my audio is good, y'all. I'm just here kicking back on the live. I appreciate everybody. Oh, we good. All right, so let's continue, y'all. Check me out on Facebook, hot page. Here they are. The Dems fighting each other. Pretty good. Jasmine Crockett blasts AOC and Bernie Sanders fighting oligarchy tour as self-serving makes people be like, oh, it's about them. I don't know. This girl talks ghetto, but she's throwing shots at AOC and Bernie. Looks good to me. Let's continue. Here is let's go to the newest news on the tariffs, y'all. My bad. This is the first thing that I posted that pretty interesting. Man, it's pretty crazy, y'all. This is all pretty crazy. All this breaking news. Trump announces. Let me get over here. Trump announces trade with South Korea. Let me get over here to my page. I'm sorry, everybody. Let's continue. Thank you for everybody that's sharing, y'all, and watching the video on.
What's up, everybody? Let's get it going. It is Wednesday, July 30th, 2025.
My bad. Had the YouTube going. So this is what I'm talking about, y'all. The trade deals. Everybody's talking about the tariff deals. He did pretty good. Trump leaves it Trump to do a good job. Right here, where's it? I have to share some more stuff today. Okay, so President Trump announces trade with South Korea. South Korea is investing $350 billion into U.S. companies, buying $100 billion in American liquefied natural gas. Man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I haul oil, and a lot of my buddies, they haul natural gas as well. They haul, I want to say carbon CO2, I think is what it's called. U.S. exports to South Korea face zero tariff. Oh, damn. Korean imports to the U.S. hit with a 15% tariff. So let's read this. Oh, I guess, hold on, let me see. I am pleased to announce that the USA has agreed to a full and complete trade deal with the Republic of Korea. The deal is that South Korea will give the United States $350 billion for investments owned and controlled by the United States. That's what I like about Trump. He's transparent, y'all. Gave us a truth post over here. And selected by myself as president. Additionally, yeah, there it is. South Korea will purchase $100 billion of LNG. That's what it's called, that gas. My buddies haul it. Or other energy products. And further, South Korea has agreed to invest a large sum of money for their investment purposes. This sum will be announced within the next 2 weeks when the president of South Korea, Lee Jae Walla Walla Bing Bang, comes to the White House for a bilateral meeting. I would also like to congratulate the new president on his electoral success. It is agreed that South Korea will be completely open to trade with the United States and that they will accept American product, including cars and trucks, agriculture, etc. We have agreed to a tariff for South Korea of 15%. America will not be charged a tariff. Woo, damn. Okay. I would like to thank the trade representatives who came forward today. It was an honor to meet them and talk about the great success of their country. There it is, y'all. They said it wouldn't work. Trump made it work. And I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to say too much of my business, but we're finna get busy. August, we're gonna get real. I'm already been getting busy at work. So I was hoping it'd come. Maybe you got a big boom coming in the oil field, y'all. I've been hearing rumblings about that. We will see. All right, so let's continue. I had a couple more things, y'all, before I get out of here. I'm finna jump on the TikTok in a minute. This is pretty crazy. I really heard too much about this right here, y'all. Gilbert Arenas arrested, y'all, and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level Israeli crime figure, today on a federal indictment alleging they operated an illegal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played at an Encino mansion that he owned, according to a statement released by the U.S. Attorney's Office, Central District of California. Man, this got Diddy vibes. For real. Talk about Easting. These guys got money. They go gamble. They do illicit activities, and then they get busted. This is freaking crazy. Gilbert Arenas, y'all, charged. High-level Israeli crime figure. Whoa, man, what the hell's going on over here, y'all? He's over having big old poker games at a mansion. Did you get banned on TikTok? Somebody says. No, I did not. Were you watching my live today? If you're watching my live today, if that's what you're asking, I did not get banned. My iPhone gets hot, so whenever I'm, I do a live on TikTok, and I was on for like 30 minutes, and my iPhone got hot, and it turns off. It's crazy. I don't understand. Anytime I use my iPhone 15, I got the iPhone 15 Pro Max, terabyte memory, and the bad boy, it heats up, Christy told me that her phone heats up when she's on Instagram Live, so I don't know. But no, I didn't get banned. Thank God I haven't been banned. I've actually made a commercial on TikTok, my first video, y'all. First paid for or collaboration with the headlight company. Awesome headlight. They sent me a free sample. I made a video, and it's basically promoting their product. I use it out in the field. Hand gesture like that, turns off, turns on. I had oily gloves, and I was able to use it out while I was working my oil, working around the field in the pitch twilight hours. And man, it was an awesome video I made. I already got almost 3,000 views on TikTok. That's not bad for a product video. And the collaborations with TikTok, man, it's pretty amazing. It's a pretty lucrative situation. I'm humbled and proud to be a part of it. And I'm a capitalist. I'm gonna make some money. I can make some money. And give you some free samples along the way, straight up. Anyways, let's continue, y'all. But everybody, thanks for watching me so far. Thanks everybody on here. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I appreciate it, all the views. I got 20 on the live right now on all these platforms. But I'm telling you, TikTok's crazy. You get on there, 100 people, 200 people. TikTok has numbers reached like nothing else. If anybody wants to make content, I wouldn't even focus on nothing else. I would focus primarily on TikTok. You get the most reach over there. It's beautiful on TikTok. I never really liked it, but now I'm becoming more a fan of TikTok. Anyways, here's SBK. Barbecue at Rooster's Backyard. I shared this. I actually thought I shared this on my personal page, but I was on my big account and it got shared. It's cool, but I ain't gonna lie. Boy, Roosters better get this and clip this. This is a free promo for Roosters. I went one time and I made a post and they did pretty good numbers, and Roosters and SBK were appreciative of the post. I do that in my city. If you ever see my page, I go to some restaurants, and man, if I have a good time, if it's good food, I will make a post. And I did one on the meat, the carniceria down the road, opened up in Southside Midland in my neighborhood, and man, it got like 500 likes. Everybody's sharing it, and I just copied somebody's the owner's post, and I repurposed it. I posted it on my page, and man, I got a lot of traction. People were happy to see it, and I like to put shine on American companies in my city. Of course, you have the haters in there. Nino, why you posting the Mexican meat market? I said because I support local businesses. And we're back, I believe. My wife, she moved the internet box, and I guess it disconnected on me. I'm gonna see if this kicks back up. I tried to reconnect it, and we'll see if it works here. Kind of weird. In the water. Yeah. Let me continue my stream. That's pretty good. Anyways, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. Like I said, what happened to